Hello, my name is Jatan Shah. I'm part of the class 683, section 805. I will be demonstrating the use of PECS, Picture Exchange Communication Systems, which is one of the augmentative and alternative communication strategies that is often used for individuals with autism spectrum disorder. One of the key ideas here for PECS that was originally created by Bondi and Frost in 1985, and since then the system itself has evolved and progressed significantly, and it's quite widely used across various settings for teaching communication strategies. One key aspect of PECS is that it is really to assist in functional social communication. That is the main purpose of PECS. It is not there to actually teach language or to help in speech and so forth. It's really for teaching functional social communication. What it means is that when an individual needs to make a request, needs to initiate a conversation, this is a strategy that helps them communicate. So the PECS itself involves 6 different stages. So I will demonstrate in terms of what those 6 stages are. To give you an idea of PECS, it starts with a very, basically a picture that shows an object. And the idea is that since many of the individuals on the autism spectrum disorder are visual learners, by associating object with pictures and then slowly and gradually increasing the use of these pictures to accomplish more things, basically. That's the idea. So I have a few pictures here that I will show you to give you an idea. So at the very basic level, here is a picture which shows 2 individuals are playing. So as they're playing, and this could mean that, working together or playing. Same pictures could be used in different contexts, but the idea is to have series of these type of pictures. Here's another picture, which hopefully it's a little bit clear, but it's a potty, and it's really indicating that this is what a potty is. Here's another picture which shows snack, and there's a picture of pretzel, and the whole idea is to starting with a tact, which in this case, a person who wants a preferred item such as snack can start associating a picture with snack using a picture. So at some point then you're increasing the use of these pictures to do more. So the idea again is to increase the use of these pictures. Let's say some of the same pictures are being used, and so I'm going to keep the camera here so you can see what I'm doing here on the table here. So the same picture that I was showing earlier in this manner could be put in on top of a small envelope. And in this case, what I've done with the envelope is that there's a Velcro behind it. So I could literally put this envelope in on a wall and have the other side of the Velcro. So then the individual is expected to actually travel a little bit of distance in order to put the picture into the envelope. So the gradually as we're moving from the phases, phase 1 through 6, as I mentioned earlier, as you're starting with the basic picture, then in the first phase, you're starting with 2 instructors or 2 teachers, and then individual is expected to show the same icon or same picture with 2 individuals. As the phase 2, then the person gradually moves towards phase 2. Then you are adding more items on one hand. At the same time, you're expecting the person to travel a little bit of distance. And then also then increase the number of people who are interacting, the communicating partners that are interacting. And so that's the next idea. As the phase 3 comes, now in phase 3, basically the idea is now you're asking the person to have a lot more number of objects, different communicating partners. And in this case, the person is expected to discriminate between different symbols. And so the idea here is that once they understand that, for example, this is bed, picture of bed versus this is a snack, and then you can keep adding more objects to that. Then the next phase, then you're expecting the person to start using in phase 4, start expecting full sentences. So instead of saying instead of saying play with teacher or work with teacher in the symbol, it could be I want to work with the teacher. So now you're expecting the individual to speak full sentences. And then as again progress further, you could have the person be making choices among different PECS cards. So here is a storyboard, or actually a song choice board that I've created here, which has different songs anywhere from, Five Little Ducks to Wheels on the Bus to ABC songs and so forth. And so the idea is, if you say to the child that, okay, what do you want? And so now in phase 5, you're actually asking a question. And in this case, the child or individual is making a choice. I want to sing Five Little Ducks. So you're expecting the full answer. I want to sing Five Little Ducks. At the same time, the person is actually choosing between among different choices. Okay, and then at the last phase, at that point, you're expecting a full initiation from the child. So in this case, the child could say, so the prompt initially you could be saying I want, and then the person says I want to sing a song. But eventually you're fading all the prompts, and then the child is saying I want to sing ABC song. And so in this case, you're expecting in the phase 6 the initiation by the person. So again, the whole idea is to use starting with, let's say the person is completely nonverbal, and then you may start with the pa, and then play, and then you're kind of shaping the behavior by actually just using a picture, and then eventually that person or a child can then say play, and then you're actually gradually moving to the next steps where you're actually having more symbols and more pictures, and then discrimination of these pictures, taking it to the next stage where you're now building full sentences, then taking it to the next level where you're asking a question and they're answering, and then initiation at the very end. So again, slowly and gradually you are adding prompts, and then you're fading the prompts as the person is advancing to the next phase of communication. So that's the whole idea of PECS. Again, PECS can be used in different forms. So here I have another example where there's a visual schedule that sometimes I've used, where a visual schedule and then the child can use pictures and then actually make a schedule using the PECS cards. So there are, again, widely used tool to, again, help individuals who are not verbal. Also in the situations where their imitation skills or motor imitation skills are limited, PECS is a lot more helpful. So for example, younger children especially, it's can be tricky to actually show them or teach them sign language very quickly. So that's one of the things where instead of sign language, PECS is very easy to implement. It's it's not as expensive. Making these cards and laminated cards is fairly inexpensive. Widely available. These symbols are available online. You can print and you can just laminate and you're ready to go. And one of the disadvantages is that yes, sometimes they do get wear and tear after certain use, but you can again remake them. So hopefully this gives an idea. PECS is, again, a great tool for teaching functional social communication. And I'm happy to share my experience with you guys. Thank you.